You're live.
Yay! Welcome, everyone.
Hi. Welcome. I'm Janet Raftis. I'm here with my dear friend,
Lucas.
And we are here to share with you about what all is going on this Thursday, because this Thursday is like a cosmic throwdown in all of the ways.
Universe be like,
Yeah.
we're bringing it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's likely going to be a mix of a lot of things, which it can be really good, right? I mean, it might be challenging and it's going to be expansive and it might be hard and then it's going to be great. And it's going to have a lot of feels, right? But it's a lot of feels, but it's a beautiful cosmic portal for your ascension work, really. And it's the universe is providing us with this beautiful gift that will really support us in this up-leveling process that's going on. So we have on Thursday, we have a new moon in Gemini. We have a solar eclipse. And we have a Cazimi.
A Cazimi! A Cazimi!
Just like that.
This Thursday is going to be a whammy.
Exactly. So basically, to break it all down a little bit and going to keep it pretty simple because, simple is good sometimes. So with this new moon in Gemini, it's really, there's a lot of focus on what Ina and I have been tapped into anyway, in our connection to spirit, in our channel to source, and both of us are channels. And what we've really been getting is that this is time for a lot of upgrades, technology upgrades. So this is going to be, technological upgrades, but it's also like ancient technologies, right? And so there's this energy here of it's a very mental energy. It's a vocational energy. It's a creation in that technical kind of way energy. And what's been coming through is that we all have these gifts from other lifetimes, and we're not talking just about spiritual gifts, which is what we usually talk about. It might be spiritual gifts, but it's like other gifts as well. So it's like the earth is in the midst of a pretty serious up-leveling. We're creating a new earth right now, and that's why there's a lot of turmoil and stuff going on. So we're creating this new earth, but in order to create a new earth, right, we need new ways of doing things, right? Like we can't use this, we can't do it by doing the same shit we've been doing, right? It's not been working, right? And Mama Gaia needs us, society needs us, right? It's like we need to step in and really lean into this. And this particular new moon with Mercury in retrograde as well is really supporting us in going back through our ancestral past, our soul lineage, to excavate and mine how the gifts that our soul has accrued over lifetimes, and what we may also be carrying through our ancestral lineage. And we talk a lot about ancestral wounding and soul wounding. This is about ancestral gifts, right? The positive attributes, the things that have been handed down that are like, hell yeah, like I got this thing. And so this is a really fertile time to be tapped into that. And on top of that, we have the solar eclipse. So we're in, this is the second eclipse. We've been in an eclipse portal for a little while here. And this eclipse is really going to show us like where we need to go to get this information. It's going to help us to see in the dark. Yeah, exactly. To get into like was just illustrating, to get into like the core, the heart of the matter.
Race board. I'll.
That's right. And it could be too bringing up some stuff that is challenging. So just know too that, stuff from your past might be showing up and it might be hard. And that's, that when that comes up, that's a gift too. right? That's a gift too. We're clearing stuff so that we can continue with this upgrade that Ina's going to talk about in just a minute. And then we also have this Cazimi. Now, what is a Cazimi? Besides, super fun to say.
Cazimi! Shazam!
It is, it's an alignment between Mercury and the Sun that is a very auspicious alignment. It is an alignment that really highlights and illuminates the qualities of Mercury, which is about communication and connection. And this is going to offer us a really potent portal for direct communication to the divine. This is like, it's going to be a window of like massive downloads. If you choose to engage in this, right, you can really amplify this intention, this energy. And so this is happening at 6:13 p.m. on Thursday, 9:13 p.m. on Eastern time, 6:13 Pacific time, 9:13 Eastern time. And it is going to be an opportunity to really, really get from spirit that which your soul is yearning to create, and to get all the downloads that you need in order to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So potent. In the Cazimi portal. I mean, seriously, whammy. You know, new moon fertility, right? The new moon is the beginning of the cycle. That is the planting of the seeds. That is when we're in the darkness. It is when we're in the downtime. So like going inward with the new moon, while Mercury retrograde is also taking us, you know, inward into those deeper places with the eclipse.
Yeah.
Inward and then north node forward and then Cazimi! That was your illustrated guide to Thursday. Right. A play-by-play of a big event for spiritual people. Alternatives to sporting events. We're like, we're getting our spiritual game on.
Which is exactly what's happening. We're getting our spiritual game on.
Yeah, this is like the Super Bowl.
Yeah, totally. This is like the stuff that Ascension is made of.
Right? And we came here for this, man.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Yes. Yeah. So another thing that's been coming up just in terms of, you know, energies and what we're experiencing collectively is that, you know, our bodies, our physical structures are literally upgrading. So the deeper the work that we're doing, you know, the more we're piercing through the veil, the more, you know, our frequency is shifting, the more we're in these upgrades. You know, every time you're up leveling, there is some form of letting go and detoxing of all of that old energy that was literally stored in your body, all of that repressed anger, all of that guilt, all of that trauma, you know, whatever it is from decades of emotional frequency, emotional energy that's been stored in your fat cells, that's been stored in your organs, you know, your anger in your gallbladder, and, you know, your worry in your spleen, and, you know, all these places in your body where you've been just holding these emotions. As things are opening up, your body is literally, you know, cellularly detoxing. And And we're going through, a process of crystalline upgrades, like our bodies becoming more crystalline, our bodies becoming less dense, less carbon based. And in crystalline upgrades, that's part of the new technologies that are coming in as we become, more of that crystalline frequency, like our ability to, and when we say technologies, we're talking about, energy technologies. We're talking about the human technologies that are not, smartphones, but are actually our abilities to telecommunicate, to teleport, to heal our bodies, completely within ourselves, like light scanning energy, where, all of these abilities that we have to heal and shift that are not based on outdated modes of, Western medicine and, just like 3D technologies that were supposed to be leading edge, but they're like so old. Like they're so old compared to what we actually have access to. So anyway, in that process of the sloughing off, if you've been feeling tired, if you've been feeling, achy and needing more rest, we're literally going through a huge physical detox process right now. And this is a great time to get colonics, to do like juice cleanses or things to physically release the toxins in our body, because it's not just like there's the emotional detoxing, and then there's also, we're just across the board exposed to more toxins in our environment than we ever had before in human history. So our need for physical and spiritual hygiene and releasing is higher than ever. Like I cannot express enough the importance of taking care of our temples and cleaning our temples physically through the foods that we're eating, through the releasing, and also energetically, like the toxicity of social media right now, the toxicity of our cultural environment of heightened anger release, that's squirting out because people aren't actually dealing with it in healthy ways. Like we're on the receiving end of all of that. So it's so critical. This is just like your friendly reminder to love yourself up and really realize what's happening in your body, that you are in a detox process. If you're feeling spacey and like dissociated, disconnected in any way, that can be part of what's going on.
Yeah, for sure. And that ultimately this is all this is happening for your liberation, right? It's all happening for you. And so as much as you can lean into the process, you have this opportunity to clear and activate, clear and activate, clear and activate. And ultimately that is, one by one, as we do this, we create a giant wave of upgrades on the planet. Mm-hmm. And so, and I love that, we have so much cosmic support for this. Even the stuff that's really, really hard is cosmic support, right? Because Spirit loves us. Spirit loves you. Spirit loves us.
Spirit loves you, man. It's like Cazimi.
Exactly. Oh, and so we're super excited because we every month on the new moon, we host a red tent healing temple, and it's always aligned with the energy of the new moon. And so this month we are really working with this opportunity to to connect into these ancient technologies, to go back in time in our own lineage and really connect with the gifts that we are meant to bring forth in this lifetime. And that is, that's if you are, a healer, but it can also be a nurse, a bookkeeper, a shop clerk. I mean, anything, right? Like we all have gifts, and we all have gifts in our given fields and professions. Being a full-time mom, that is a gift, and it's very needed in the world right now, And so we all have this opportunity to go back and really tap into the wisdom that is available to us, right? And do some deep clearing, do some powerful activating, and get all of this going. And our temple's from 7 to 9 on Eastern on Thursday. So we end 13 minutes before the Cazimi, which is the whoosh, yep. And Kelby's saying, I'm here for those downloads and all the cosmic support. That's it. Like, get yourself all primed and open, and then boom.
Yes. Yes. These red tents are so deep. They're so powerful. They're so multidimensional. We've got shamanic healing, channeling, light language, sound healing, all held in this, in this sisterhood, with all of these women coming together to connect into these ancient practices, to connect into the moon cycles, to our cycles, and to connect into the Cazimi. And, anytime a really clean, sacred container is held in that way, it's profound, the level of healing and transformation that happens when you're held in that space. It's such a potent container, and it's amazing for Janet and I to get emails and testimonials from people of how deep the red tents are for them, and the impact that it's having on them in the days and weeks that are following. It's profound healing. And to do it this Thursday on a Cazimi, such an astrological whammy, is a good job.
Oh my God. And also, as you were saying that, I was reflecting too on like the intuitive downloads that come in under normal conditions during the red tent, right? Like, because there's always space. We create this space where we go really deep and where we open you up to really receiving the messages from spirit that you are meant to hear in that moment. And so the amount of information and insight that everyone receives is really incredible.
Mm-hmm. And holy cow, is it going to be heightened this Thursday?
It's going to be good.
Yes, it's going to be good.
We would love for you to join us.
Yes.
They're so special. They're really so special. But even if you don't, we just shared a ton of information. Work with this energy. Mm-hmm. Join us if you want to amplify your ability to work with it. We would love to have you. The energy of the tent is a very beautiful, profound, connected space to be in.
So loving, so safe, so deep. Yeah.
So thank you all so much. See you Thursday. Yes. Soon. Have an amazing Cazimi. Whammy.
Eclipse. Shazami.
Bye.
Love you guys. Thank you.